I thought you said my ex as well. I was just like, I might have missed something.
Oh yeah, Babino Becky. No.
My least favourite.
Yeah. Who was you lot?
Favourite and least
I
favourite.
heard yours was V. V was your favourite.
V was my favourite.
Yeah, she was your
Yeah,
favourite?
you know, just love her tweets. Amazing stuff.
Because Holland's like a nickname for Amsterdam, isn't it? It's not a nickname for the Netherlands.
Where do you get this from? What do you-
I used to work beside someone that's from the Netherlands,
Yeah.
and they told me like calling
It's like coach trip.
Well, like,
like
what's going on?
He knows more about Holland than me. Me and Chunks hate those videos because like I cringe when I'm out and I'm in the drive-thru and I've got these guys in my ear saying, "Tell her her breath stinks." And these are nice people. I don't want this. Welcome to the Antisocial podcast, brought to you by Adrian Flux. Adrian Flux, if you want to give me free insurance, send me a message.
Look at the smile on his face, man. He fucking smashed that first time.
He's just like, I'm the new member of the Antisocial squad.
yeah, this is how happy someone is when they talk about Adrian Flux.
Exactly. Should we give him a clap? Because we're going.
Yeah, let's have a clap. Hold on. Welcome.
Thank you.
You're clapping
I'm
yourself.
clapping myself because I thought I did a good job.
I'm giving the Shark gang.
Oh, that's a new one.
Welcome, Sharky, mate. Welcome to the podcast. Nice to have you here.
Thank you so
How you
much.
doing today, mate?
I'm good. I mean, I just woke up about 2 hours ago, so
Why?
Ideal.
yeah.
Why were you up so late? Or just sleeping
I
in so
thought
late?
I'd have a lay-in today. Was that problem?
Oh, no, it's
It's
fine.
something
Oh,
wrong
God,
with
he's coming in defence. He's taken over the podcast. You've got a problem with it, isn't
Yeah, so laid back, isn't he? Wakes up 2 hours ago, come host the podcast.
that? Just
comes natural
that's
to you.
what he
Leadership
wants.
skills.
Just another day.
Just another day of life.
I did wake up at 5 p.m. yesterday, so it's okay. I get you.
There
I
you
get,
go.
I get the pain.
He was up at 9 today, though.
Up at 9,
Big
yeah.
boy, look at you
9
shining.
p.m.
How was your last few days anyway? You say you were working? Like,
Yeah, no, just been working on videos. Yeah, just had a couple brand deals to get out, so I was running on a deadline.
money.
All right, for some.
Just working on a deadline, so I just had to like bang out some work.
Some shifts at Andy's Burgers you've been doing.
So I did one shift, yeah. Never again.
So I guess what I want to say pretty much is just to start off, like we've all actually met, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
I've met
every
all-
single one of us.
I've
So
met.
Cam, when's the first time you met Sharky? How
I
did
think-
you come across?
What is
that-
We were together.
Yeah, we were together. Was it Nico who invited Carl first, was it?
No, I can't remember how it came about, but I just remember Nico just being like, I bet I could smash it. FIFA. I got really toxic. He was like, I bet I can beat FIFA. And I went, what?
Yes, it was
You can beat us at
FIFA.
FIFA? And we got very angry about it. So we all had a massive FIFA tournament, didn't we?
Oh, shit, aye, that
Yeah.
was it. Yeah, we went to your
When was
house.
this?
Oh, this was like,
A year and a half ago.
yeah.
VidCon? Was it after? I swear it was at VidCon because everyone was like there together type thing. Or was it Sitsy? It was one
I'm
of
not
them.
sure. I'm not sure. It was sometime around there. But I remember going to your house at that time.
Yep.
And your house at that time was mental. Like how good. Remember when we walked in, I was like,
was alright.
It was decent.
I walked in, I was like,
Average.
It's okay.
posh as fuck this like.
The reason why you knew it was going to be a nice place is because the front door had two doors. Like it was one of them giant doors. There's like, and it's like a knob instead of like a handle.
It's like Dumbledore lived there or some shit.
yeah, it was.
It was quite nice to be fair.
Yeah, it
Where
was,
was that place? The last place, right?
Yeah, it was in like
Wasn't it-
Hertfordshire.
Wasn't it the place below this place? Like you've been in two places since then, haven't you?
Yeah.
Since then?
Yeah.
Settle down, can you?
You know, come on, man.
Like to keep it fresh. Like,
You know what I mean?
I need to
You
go
know,
from
man.
big-
You know,
big- big
man.
yard to
You
big yard.
get bored and you're like, let me go somewhere else.
Let me go to another 7-bedroom house. It's fine.
I watched that last the video where your room got sabotaged.
Yes.
How are you finding settling into that bedroom with Danny Rose above your head?
It's still there.
Danny Rose.
It's been a
Yeah,
month.
it's got Danny Rose above his head.
Oh,
He's
being an
his
Arsenal
idol.
fan.
Yeah, it's been a couple months. It's still there.
Why? You just like him in your bedroom?
No, I don't. First of all,
No.
it's not just Danny Rose. It's my face
Morphed.
morphed with Danny Rose. So it's just even worse. It's even worse. Yeah, it's even worse. And the reason why it's still there, because I tried to take it off at one point, but because they've like stuck it onto the wall, if I take it off, it like kind of damaged the wall.
Oh,
So now I'm like, unless I find a replacement, I have got to keep it up. Otherwise, my wall just looks shit.
Who was responsible for that?
I don't know. No one's told me. I think,
No.
to be honest, I think it was the producers. Because when we were doing the house tour, I think they told the producers to like kit my room up with Spurs stuff. So I don't know who it was.
I think you might be the first person to ever have Danny Rose on the wall.
That's Danny Rose. It's true.
Danny Rose played for Newcastle and he was still the worst player for Newcastle.
Man.
Really? I always thought that Danny Rose was a bit of a baller, just had a really shit
He
attitude.
scored that goal against Arsenal, didn't
On
he?
his debut, he scored a volley.
It was just downhill from there, wasn't it?
And that's when Sharky realised I want him on my wall.
That's the day. You know what I mean? I want my face to be morphed with Danny Rose and go more. I remember that's true.
Quite disturbing, the picture itself.
It is, and it's not a great one to wake up to. I mean, that's why I've never really invited any girls around.
Oh,
Is that it?
bit of a dry
He's just
patch.
going-
It's because of the Danny Rose.
That's the
It's not
reason.
me. It's
Your,
it's
pa-
Danny
your,
Rose.
It's Danny
your
Rose.
parents are like, oh, have you invited any girls round? Oh, no, there's a picture of Danny Rose on my
Yeah.
wall. I can't. Oh.
Exactly.
When was the first time that our paths crossed then? I don't actually
I
remember.
don't know. It's like I can name a few times I met you, but I don't know what the first one was.
Can you name a few times we met?
Yeah, you wouldn't probably remember. I've just got better memory than you clearly.
Okay.
We've met once. Obviously, when we went to yours,
Yeah,
me
yeah,
and Chunks.
it's my house,
Yeah. We met. That wasn't the first time I met you. I'm sure. We met when we played football together when we did Rebel FC against Rebel FC.
Hey!
Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah. We
Yeah,
were
good.
exactly.
Yeah,
That's when we had long hair.
Yeah, okay, bad times.
Yeah.
Bad times.
I briefly met you. I think in Wembley Stadium. One of those like Wembley Cup games.
No,
Like
it
the
would
VIP
have
section.
been Charlton Simon one, right?
No, yeah, that was Simon match. That's what it was.
Yeah,
Those are the
Simon
3
Cook,
times I remember meeting you.
I remember all of those.
There you go. See, come on, man.
Yeah, cool.
Look at that. Clearly had a bigger impact on me than me on him because I
I'm
remember them.
big time these days. You know?
Yeah, realised
Like-
with Charlie's very big time.
Yeah, I'm so big time.
Just walks around the house, he's balls out and that, don't you?
I literally went through my footage today. My willy is on camera. It's not good. Anyway,
Amazing.
move on.
Right,
Yeah,
sorry.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I want to take it right back to the start, okay? I was watching a podcast today that you'd done with a lad from Football Daily. I forgot his name.
Zach Jellab.
Not Zach Jellab. And you were saying you didn't grow up watching YouTube.
Oh yeah.
So how did you actually get into it in the first place?
It's so weird. It's like I was never like a YouTube fanatic. Never. Like YouTube for me was like music videos, random viral videos. Do you know what I mean? And then I was just playing football. I went to a college specifically for football as well. And I was trying to make it as a professional football player. And what's funny about this as well is the college I was playing for was actually Spurs development squad.
Did you meet Danny Rose, and that's where you?
I've met Danny Rose.
That's where it all
Yeah, it all
started.
links up. Yeah, but I was like, I was a proper football guy. And then obviously when I finished college, I didn't get signed to any team or whatever. I was just but I didn't want to go to uni.
Yeah.
So then I just started watching YouTube videos, but I started watching Spencer Owen.
Yeah, I remember you saying I've done so much research for this, you know. I remember you doing like a first Q&A where you were like, Spencer inspired you to start.
Yeah. Oh, you watched that?
Yeah,
Oh my
when
God.
you're like, you've got fucking Alexis Sanchez and shit
Yeah,
on your wall.
yeah. Oh my God, those videos are so boring. Like they were so boring. I'm just sitting there like, and it's like the most melodic music, and I'm just like, yeah, man. I'm like, I don't know why, but yeah. So I started watching Spencer Owen. I can't believe you watched my whole videos. Jeez.
Been a tough morning, like.
Oh my days. Yeah, I feel so sorry for you. Jeez. Yeah, so I don't know how I fell into watching Spencer, and I probably got hooked. It was like his FIFA series and stuff. Probably got hooked, and then that's when he just started. What's it called? Wembley Cup, the first Wembley Cup.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it was against his team versus Sidemen FC. And at that point, I didn't even know who Sidemen were. And it was 2015. It wasn't even that long ago.
Really? Wow.
I knew who KSI was,
Yeah.
of course.
I feel that's a lot of actually people who don't actually
Yeah.
watch YouTube know
Yeah.
who KSI is.
Yeah.
But they don't know who the
Yeah,
Simon are.
I knew who
They-
KSI was, and then I knew there was another black guy in the Sidemen. Just didn't know their names. Obviously now it's Toby.
Zerka.
And then I didn't know who any of the other guys in like the Wembley Cup stuff was. I didn't know Chris MD was. Didn't know who anyone else was. I just knew Spencer. I knew KSI. I knew F2 because I was a football fan, and I've watched Joel's videos because he's made a couple internet mails, and my friends used to share that around. That's all I knew.
I felt like for me, like when I was growing up, it was people sharing the videos around, which is why I saw KSI.
Yeah,
Wasn't
but you have to
watching.
know KSI. And then from there to now, I was like, I just want to start making videos.
That inspired you, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
You're like,
literally
oh,
watching Spencer for a couple of months. Like, I just want to start making. It wasn't even like a long time. It was like a month or two, and I was like, I just want to make videos. My friend had the camera. I went around to his house, made a video, and then
what
the
was that
rest.
video?
It was a forfeit FIFA with my friend. Like it was like chilly FIFA.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you started
That
off as a
wasn't
FIFA
forfeit.
YouTuber?
Yeah, but I made a few FIFA videos, but it wasn't like I wasn't like proper FIFA YouTuber. It was
Was
like
that
football.
your first channel, by the way?
Yeah,
And you were AFC Sharky?
yeah. I started for
I
AFC.
feel
Why is that?
AFC Wimbledon.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Of course.
Good team. Good team, yeah, my
Please.
favourite team. Yeah, no, obviously, I'm a huge Arsenal fan. So AFC Sharky, that was my Twitter handle, so I just made it I made it my Instagram channel.
So when did you start like actually growing with YouTube? What kind of content was that?
Football originally.
Yeah.
You did
Like
a
the
lot
football
of,
videos,
real
yeah.
life
Yeah,
videos,
the free
right?
kick challenges, penalty shootouts, all
Was
that
that the
stuff.
penalty king thing?
Penalty king.
The one which like really stood out to me, which is where I think I came across your first videos or a video of yours, was the Dimitri Payet free kick challenge.
Oh, that bang.
that
West Ham
banged that, didn't it?
That's your most viewed video,
It's
isn't
got
it?
4 million.
It's got some 4 million, and it's the worst video I think ever uploaded on YouTube.
I do remember watching it, and I was a bit like, "Oh, Dimmy would be so sad." Like,
It's so bad.
you literally whacked Dimmy like,
Wait, why?
Oh, it was genius. It was genius.
Why is it bad?
It was a 3-minute video.
he's just not Dimmy.
No one scored a free kick. No one even scored a free kick. Let alone
my
the Payet
God.
free kick. No one scored a free kick. The ball didn't go in the back of the net once.
Could be
Jesus.
Payet in his last month at West Ham.
Yeah,
No,
could be.
he's still, yeah. To be
True.
fair, no, but he was still. But no, it was.
Nah, it was a bad video, but the clickbait was incredible.
Phenomenal. Did you get a lot of hate for that? It was like,
Of course, yeah, no, of course. But it was like, because it was like, at that point, I think I was like the first YouTuber to put a footballer in the thumbnail and make it look like the footballers in the video.
Okay. So you think
Oh,
SMD's
mate.
success is down to you?
A lot of
Yeah,
people.
you inspired Chris
And
and
what's so sick as well, it's like F2 nabbed me, and I was so gassed. Like after mine banged, F2 made a video called Dimitri Payet Free Kick Challenge. It's
Yeah,
actually
I saw
him.
it, yeah.
I was gassed. I was like, yes, F2 nabbed me. F2.
That's not like Jeremy Lynch to be a bit of a wanker, is it?
Oh no!
I've actually heard he's a decent guy, so I can't really.
Make your
Not
own
really
opinions
met
of people, innit?
Yeah, I don't really know, but I've heard he's a decent guy.
So was it off? Your channel started growing off doing football then? That was the
Yeah,
whole thing?
football originally. Yeah, so when the Payet video banged, a lot of my like just normal videos started doing well, free kick challenges, and I was lucky because I never did it by myself. I always had Shanks, AJ, all that stuff. Like
Yeah.
we always made videos together. So
Yeah, mate, because I was going to ask you about this. I don't want to get into the Beta Squad stuff yet, but
Yeah.
Beta Squad wasn't your first group, was it? You had like a group called Mandem.
Mandem, yeah.
Yeah, how did that?
It was MDMN.
It was like
right?
Sidemen, wasn't it?
SDMN. I was just like,
Oh yeah, yeah, complete coincidence. But
Sounds like the fucking Among Us codes.
who was in that? It was you, Chugs. Was it
me,
Darkest
Chunks,
Man?
no, me, Chugs, AJ,
AJ.
and then my friend Lawai,
Okay.
and then another friend of mine called Jetmate originally, but for a very short time, and he stopped YouTube.
Okay, I remember those old videos.
So who was your like first YouTube mate, like or mates?
Chunks, but we didn't. Everyone thinks we grew up together. I met him on YouTube.
But he was your first YouTube mate though, like
yeah.
Solidman.
Yeah, I had one video on my channel or 2 videos on my channel. He had 1 or 2 on his channel. And
Oh,
we just
sick.
met on Twitter, and then we're like, and we're just lucky. We live 10 minutes away from each other.
That's strange, that, because like
It was.
the kind of like connection you have, you think you would have been together since like
Yeah,
school.
yeah, that's what everyone thinks. But it was like everything lined up perfectly though, because we both just started. We both lived close to each other. We both had mutual friends. We both are from the same country, so same culture. It's like same,
Just easy to get on.
same age. Like everything was like perfectly lined up.
Just look at like everything.
Yeah, we
just
look
the same.
at
I think
identical.
from the outside in as well, it's really interesting to see how like your content has like developed like from that.
Yeah.
Say for example, like how Mandem was, and then now you've got Beta
true.
Squad.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's obviously no like discouragement of what you did have, but you
Yeah.
can see a clear development.
Of course.
Like, I've been watching some of the Beta Squad videos recently, and I'm like, this is phenomenal. Like,
Appreciate that.
not because you're here blowing no smoke up your ass. Like,
Yeah.
I do think that as the UK's groups videos,
Yeah.
you have the best content at the moment.
Appreciate that.
Me and
man.
Cam were
Thank you.
saying that as well. We're not even just saying.
We're not
that.
actually, literally, we're not even just saying this.
Like
so
I
entertaining.
genuinely feel like they just seem the most natural to me.
Yeah.
Just the most like they come across like they actually want to be there.
I think
Which,
as well because like you've got the house tour.
Yeah.
Like, the editing on that was good as well. That's
Yeah.
what made like I just found it engaging to watch. But also every single room had a different concept for what it was.
Yeah.
You know.
Does George do the Beta Squad videos as well?
Tent in the garden as well.
No.
Different
George
edit.
works on Nico's channel.
Oh, okay, okay.
George, yeah.
Yeah.
Not
But George has worked on some Beta Squad videos as well, here and there.
with Beta Squad, I feel like I don't know, like I guess the black guy video.
Yeah.
That was
Only
so
you could do that, by the way,
Yeah,
out of any
it's
channel.
true.
Like, only you
Imagine
can do
saying I do that.
Yeah, that's like, it's just like,
Just circa.
it's you. Millwall.
Maybe we should do that. Guess a white person.
I think Sandman should do against the black. No, I'm joking.
That'd be awful.
Oh,
But
man.
with like when you all sit there,
Yeah.
you're all like each one of yous.
Yeah.
Not trying to throw shade at any other group.
Of course, yeah.
Each one of yous adds something different. It's
Yeah.
not like the same person's added. Like you all bounce off each other really well. Whereas I feel like with other groups, yeah, they have that, but it just seems like with you, the one-liners, it always seems to just make us laugh.
Yeah.
Like the whole Tyrone Smith thing.
Oh, I was
hilarious.
pissed.
That was
It was Smith, wasn't it?
Yeah, Tyrone Smith. Oh
When
my.
he's like dead frail. Going in.
What's your name? Tyrone. I'm like,
No, what are you doing, Tyrone Smith? Because I know someone who I play football with, and his last name is Smith.
Yeah.
They were like, no black man's called Smith. I was
Yeah,
like,
that's how we laugh.
His last name is Smith, but regardless, it was
That's
so
what was
funny.
so funny,
It was
yeah.
so good.
It's just the fact that you aren't scared to actually insult them. Like you aren't like a bit like, oh, just let's be nice.
Yeah,
You're
of course.
actually just having a laugh, and that's how it comes across with Beta Squad videos. Whereas I don't know. I'm not saying other
But
ones.
E-boys aren't like that though. That's not their content.
It's different.
Like it's a different kind of banter, but I think it's interpersonal banter.
Yeah.
Sidemen as well. Like they don't really have content with random people, or like unless they're girls for like Sidemen Tinder or dating or stuff like that, or friends.
But those
Do
are
you
my
know what I mean?
favorite videos of theirs, the Tinder ones.
Yeah, but those are the ones that bang the most.
Whenever they,
like the
interact
Among
with
Us
people.
video is doing really well, but that's only because Among Us is relevant right now.
Exactly.
But regardless, but to take it back to the Beta Squad, I think that it's really, really like engaging to be involved in a video when you watch something and you can see chemistry that you can clearly see goes behind cameras.
Yeah, now we're best friends, man.
And
which
I'm
is
sure
fantastic.
like for example, when we do the podcast, it feels like we're just having like a conversation because we do that every day in the house. I'm guessing when you do the Beta Squad video, since you know each other, live with each other, it feels like you are just having a normal day doing
Literally.
something weird.
The way we are in basically exactly how we are in real life. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Because our thing in Beta Squad is violating each other. Do you know what I mean? Like, we call AJ a rat. Like, that's us in the house. I mean, we cuss each other out. That's our humor. So it's like, it just feels like we're being us just in front of camera.
When did you decide to actually make that like a full thing, like full Beta Squad thing?
I mean, it was a big part of like getting house together.
Yeah.
Because one of the big selling points of, because obviously we had investments and stuff.
yeah.
And one of the main reasons they invested in us was because we said we'll form a group.
Well, kind of the same with this with the podcast.
Yeah.
Literally.
So literally that's kind of what it was. It was like we'll form a group and then they'll invest in house. They're investing in a group.
But I'm guessing everyone was solely like actually willing to do that as
But
well.
we were always basically a group years before. We just didn't have a group, like we weren't under a group name. Like we all were in each other's videos. Everything was exactly the same. We just didn't have like a group channel or a group name. Yeah. So it was like nothing changed really.
Relating back that podcast I watched for you, you said that you moved into that house and then you kind of got a bit lazy.
Big time, yeah.
Why was, because with us, do you think, was it just the fact that you've like got this massive house and you aren't used to it and you're all together and it's a bit like uni kind of thing?
Yeah. It was weird because it's like, I remember when, obviously because talks went on for months.
Was
like
it
6
between
months.
you or management doing
Like-
it for you kind of thing?
Yeah, between us and management, like talks were going for ages. So it's like we kept saying when we move, we're gonna like bang out videos. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Like every excuse we had for not uploading will be taken away now because we live together. So it's like if one person's excuse was, I can't really film in my house at night because I have loads of siblings, which was my excuse. We're like, oh, now we live with your friends. That excuse is gone. Someone else's excuse is, I don't have like space to film in because I live in a small house. That excuse is gone. Like we probably like, now we've got no excuse. And then moving to the house and it's like, we just got comfortable very quick. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
Especially that house. Straight away moving in there because you had like everything, like cinema room and
yeah, exactly. Got everything. It's fun.
I mean, if I had a cinema room, I'd be like, why the fuck am I uploading? I'm gonna go watch like.
Bro, you
Brokeback
would
Mountain
though.
downstairs.
For the first couple of months, you'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck this. If I'm not paying for it, I'm just gonna like be up like until like 3 a.m. just because I remember you saying you were like hitting each other at like 4 a.m. and shit.
Yeah, we used to have like fucking random fights at like 4 a.m. just chasing each other around the house and stuff.
Was it party season or was it just that you liked to just chill?
Since we've all lived together now closer to 2 years, we've never had a party.
Really?
Never thrown a party. We've had 3 houses, never thrown a party. We're not that kind of people. But it's like,
Why?
it's like within ourselves in the house, it feels like a party. Do you know what I mean?
I get you.
Everyone running around, everyone chasing each other, messing about.
We've had a few noise complaints.
We've had
No, we get noise plates all the time. We're loud people, but we've never had like parties and stuff.
You've had noise
shit.
complaints. Okay, fair enough. Why?
Because we're just
Someone's been
loud.
having a good
We're
night.
just loud. We're just loud, screaming
Just
and
playing FIFA.
no, we're
AJ's
just-
just beating you
we're
up.
just
You
like,
talking to
music
Danny
and
Rose,
yeah.
confessing your love for him.
I just love Danny Rose. Such a big fan.
What happened with that? Was like did the company pull out to get out of the house?
Oh no, that was like landlord issues and stuff.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, because the houses are rented. Do you know what I mean, so it's being paid out for mostly, but it's rented. And then at that point, it was like something to do with the contract, the landlord, and he had an offer to sell the house and all that stuff in it. And then like we had to move.
Because you took like quite a long break, didn't you, from uploading?
We've had 2 long breaks. We've had a 5-month break last year, and then we had like a 7-month break this year.
What's that?
You're fucking killing it now, though, aren't
Yeah,
you?
it's crazy.
Why was the 2 breaks?
The first break, I mean, last year. So basically, last year we started off strong, had a good start, all that stuff, and
Everyone
then
does when CPM's at its worst.
But then like it's like on camera, the videos came out sick, the responses are sick, we're growing fast, everything looks good, but behind the scenes it was so stressful.
Right.
Because we didn't really have like a stick editor. We had to always we were working on the videos a lot ourselves. So for example, like Nico and AJ are like the 2 out of the YouTubers in house. They're like the 2 best editors, they're most creative. So they were staying up to like 5 in the morning to get videos out. And then obviously after a while that takes a toll on them. And they've got their own channels.
Just burnt out.
Did that create like a strain on like you
That
as a group?
that as well,
they were like,
it's
we're doing all the work.
Yeah, that stuff happened. So that happened a lot. And then we bought an editor, which was
Bought an editor, so he's just sitting in your cupboard. Just like, hey, come out.
Yeah,
edit.
but that's the thing as well. Like we provide accommodation for editors as well. A lot of the time, like they stay here just as long as you get the videos done. But we bought an editor, which was a close friend of ours, and one of the guys that I mentioned at the start that was part of Mandem in the first place. So he was a YouTuber, but now he's not a YouTuber anymore.
Oh, sick.
Well, he's getting his channel back up and running, but he's a really good editor. So he was editing a lot, but because he's a close friend of ours, it was easy for him to get distracted, and
Hard
then
to
the
keep
work
it
rate, his
business.
level of editing is sick, and like obviously guys are saying the base videos were good, but the work rate wasn't great, and then we started missing upload days and stuff, and uploading a day later and stuff, and then we just like
It's hard.
yeah,
It's
we
hard
just
when
stopped
you've got a
uploading for like
mate.
5 months. Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like when you mix business with
Yeah.
friendship as well, it always gets hard because the thing is you have such a good like relationship with that person where you can work and you can be like, oh, okay, we can actually bounce ideas off each other.
exactly.
But if you've got a friend who's doing that and you need to have a serious talk, it's just like, how do I remove friendship from this? Because
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah,
business.
because if you were like had a normal job and you're the boss of someone, you can just shout at them because it's not your friend. But when it's your friend, it's a bit different because
100%.
yeah.
So what's the difference now? Why is it like so?
Now I feel like now we finally got to a place where we're like, everything's great, because what we did was obviously then that was the first break. We had another break now because of like, well, it started off because of like COVID stuff or like lockdown stuff. Started off because of that, and we like making a lot of videos out and about, like you've seen the fake employee stuff. Like I hate those videos. I hate making those videos, by the way, but they bang.
Why?
Because I just like those are like Nico videos. They're not like
Yeah.
me and Chunks hate those videos because like I cringe when I'm out. And I'm in a drive-through, and I've got these guys in my ears saying, "Tell her her breath stinks." And these are nice people. I don't want this. I'm just like, "Excuse me, man, your breath stinks." And they're just like, they're laughing. They're like, "Oh, do this. Tell her you're spitting their drinks." And I'm like, "Oh, that's spitting." Now I'm just like, and it kills me inside. But like those
a nice
kind of,
guy.
yeah,
Nice guy.
I know, man, but I got to do it, man. Those are our biggest
I'm a
bangers.
massive wind-up merchant. I
He'd
thrive
love
off
it.
that.
He'd be like,
No,
he-
it bangs. I mean, it
No,
bangs.
but like if someone says like Lewis, like tell him you're going to spit in his drink, he will come up with a whole story about how he's going to spit in your drink, like including what body fluid and everything. They're all fucked.
Was it you who got confronted in one? Was it the Subway? Was it not Subway?
No,
Starbucks.
Starbucks.
Yeah, Nico
Yeah.
got flag.
He got attacked. Like, didn't he?
That's
like,
such
smash his
a
phone?
weird. That's such a weird way of assault. Like, you know what? I'm gonna drop kick this person, and it's such like a.
And then he
weird-
bashes his phone.
Yeah, smashed this one.
Yeah, it's such a
Completely
weird
to
choice.
pieces.
Just to take it, I want to take that on a slight like digression there.
Go on.
What happened like with Nico after that? Did he like claim insurance or did he just get a new
Just
phone?
got a new phone.
Oh, it must be nice.
Yeah.
I'd be fuming if someone. It's like iPhone XS. I've lost that. I'd be
Do you
like,
know?
oh,
Do you know of insurance on yours?
You know
I
what?
do.
I don't
I do.
think I have
Before we take it straight back, I took my insurance off because I dropped it. And then something happened to it. I don't know what it was. I can't remember. But they tried to say like you can't claim this on insurance, and I'm like, well, what am I paying insurance
Yeah,
for? Like,
exactly.
why? I'm paying like £30 a month or something for insurance. I was like, what the hell?
That's-
Oh, sorry. Anyway, doesn't matter.
To take it back,
Fuck insurance.
do you know with Beta Squad
Fine.
on your main channel, do you
Yeah.
find it difficult to balance both? Or is it quite good now?
No, now it's a lot easier because, like I said, going back when we were doing a lot ourselves, it was like it was a lot because like basically we had to upload it every Saturday 2 p.m. So it's like then it became a thing where the whole week is about make sure that video comes out at 2 p.m. and then you don't have time for your own channel. And obviously some people doing more work than others, and obviously that causes a bit of problems. And then now what we did was we've got like a whole team now. So stuff like, because it wasn't just the editing side that was stressful. It was like we had to sort out the videos as well. So location scouting or planning the videos or doing this or doing that. We had to do all of that. And then now it's like, so first what we did was we put out like a tweet saying obviously we're looking for editors. We did like an application thing. and our current editor came through that.
But that tube on.
Tube on it, amazing. What he's 18 and
Is he 18?
Yeah, he's a kid.
It's mental how good some people are. So young as well.
Yeah, and like our current comeback. So we was the house tour video. Was the first video of our current comeback. I think we're like 5 videos deep. So it was the house tour video, Guess the Black Person, the Mafia, the Starbucks video, and the Among Us video. So we've done 5 videos on our comeback, and that's been the last month and a bit. He's edited all of them, and every single video is like crazy. Yeah, it's like really good.
It adds
video.
to it so much, doesn't it?
Good editing like can make a good video.
Yeah. Oh,
twice
yeah. He like
Or make a bad video.
Yeah.
Or make a literally actually could
like,
make a good video.
I'm in the video, but when I watch the video, it's like I'm watching it, I'm laughing like I wasn't there. Cause I'm like, oh shit, he did this to the video.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it when editors can actually like make something. You're like, I didn't even know that moment could have been
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
They
Oh
made
my-
something which is so bland.
Yeah.
Like,
I
funny.
forget saying certain stuff. I feel like even in the Starbucks video, like one of the top comments is a line that I said, but I thought I had a horrible performance. So after filming, I was like, it's gonna be so shit. Like my part's gonna be so shit.
Yeah.
And then one of the top comments is a part when I forgot saying it, but obviously he must have seen it, put it in, and made it funny. But there was a part when a Starbucks employee came out to me and said, if you don't leave, we're gonna call the police. And I was like, it's fine, I've got their number, I can call them myself.
I remember that.
Yeah, I remember saying that. And so when I was watching, because what we do is we, like when he does the video, like obviously this house we've got a cinema room as well.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Standard.
Got Odin downstairs
What we
and
do,
view out the front door as well.
yeah. But what we do is like he previews, like we have like a proper premiere of the video every week.
Fuck off, man.
So like on like the Friday night, the day before the video comes out, we all go in the cinema room and we watch the video. And like obviously he puts it on the cinema screen. And every single time we all like give him standing ovation after the video because like this kid is sick. Literally after every video, we're just like, wow.
Is he there at the house with you? Like,
Yeah, so yeah, obviously he goes back and forth, but some like most times he stays around. Like we've got him like a room where he can sleep with everything. So like he'll be there and like he just works. Like even yesterday, it was like I was going out for Tesco at like 10 p.m, like 9 p.m. just before they close at 10. And I look out the window and I just see him working. And I was like, were you here the whole day? He goes, yeah, I've been here since the morning. I was like, I don't even see him. He's just in the editing room, non-stop, just working. Bang, 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 bang.
But do you not think that motivates you?
It does, big time. And I've got more free time now for myself because we've got him now who's like no problems with the editing side. And we've got like producers now where we have the ideas, obviously it's our ideas, but we just say to them, yo, make sure everything's sorted.
It's so incredible. Like we had Kate on the other week, and she was saying about how they have like management who wake them up in the morning and do that. When you start to see like, you could watch a Beta Squad video, you could watch like the old Mandan videos, you could watch a Simon video. Like people don't actually understand that to get great content like that, sometimes it's like a step back when you see behind the sines of what else there is that goes into it.
Yeah.
Like meaning absolutely no disrespect. Yeah, you could just have ordered or like booked a big room, gone on like a website to get extras, and then just just get them say like, come on, we'll give you a bit of money, turn up in there. But when you take like the stress off of what you can actually do, and you've got a producer, you've got cameramen, you've got editors and stuff, you're like, all you have to do is turn up, and it takes a lot of pressure off where you could just do it. And it's so good because then all you got to do is focus on straight performance. Yeah. And it's so important.
Well, just relating back to something you said there, after Beta Squad shoots, do you proper like analyse your performance? Like
yeah. I mean, I don't know if everyone does. I mean,
analyse like it's fucking strictly dancing. 10!
No, but I personally do.
Because I used to do that after XO videos.
You do it on all of
the
your
3
stuff,
words
really.
that I spoke and them I'd be like, they're fucking shit then.
Yeah.
But you feel like it's not like a competition thing. You just don't want to seem shit, do you?
No, of course I'm saying because like it is a bit of a healthy competition, but it's like I don't want it to be like, I don't want the videos to be so unbalanced where it's like, I don't know, for example, Chunks and Nico are like the stars of the show and then everyone else is like hanging behind, and then it's like, so you just want to like make sure everyone's funny, everyone's bringing something to the videos, you know. So it's like when I'm there, I'm just like always trying my hardest to like proper give back good.
Do you feel like obviously where every group has like a dynamic? I feel like where Chunks has gone on in this last year or so, where he's made such a great success of like off-camera stuff. Do you find that obviously like, I know you're not the type of character to get jealous at all, but and obviously you're proud of him, but do you find it like quite motivating, or do you find it quite like, I wish that I work harder to do some stuff? Like, what is your attitude when you come to like group dynamics?
I'm just happy, like for me it's like everyone's time comes. So I mean, everyone has their own journey. So like he's blown up massively.
Deservedly as well.
Deservedly. So like, I'm just gassed for him. You know what I mean? And then it's like, I know my time will come. Could be next year, could be the year after. Do you know what I mean?
That's the thing, isn't it? You compare yourself to other people timelines, but everyone has their own. Like,
that's the thing.
Yours could be 2 years. Yours could be tomorrow.
Yeah, it's like I could. I don't know. Have
actually
like,
do the Dimitri Payet free kick challenge.
Exactly. I could put it top bin to get 20 million views, but I could have like the most successful year of my life when I'm 35. And it could be in acting in a movie. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like you never know. Like
I think that's
not
what I know. It's like I think Simon Cowell was 35 when he started all his stuff.
Simon Cowell.
Simon Cowell.
See,
you know our favourite YouTuber Simon Cowell.
Yeah. I mean, they're completely different field, but you know.
Same with Ricky Gervais, wasn't he?
I think it was
he was like 35, 40, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Well, talking about things like you've done by yourself, the Footasylum house.
Yeah, just came out.
How did the opportunity for that come about?
Oh, it was so random. So I went in halfway. I wasn't in from the start.
Yeah.
I was like the special guest, but that. I wasn't. So Jack May was meant to be a special guest, but
rest in peace, guys.
Shout out Jack May.
He had a happy hour in there.
He had a happy hour. That's good. That's good.
He's here all day.
Yeah. So I mean, I got offered to go in from the start before because it's like months before. Stuart from Upload.
Yeah.
He messaged. We got a group chat with him, like a beta school group chat. So he messaged the group chat saying, "There's gonna be like a YouTube Big Brother kind of house thing that Footasylum are doing soon. Who's interested?" I don't know if I didn't see the message or what, because we all aired it, but I don't know. Like maybe I just didn't see the message, or maybe I just saw it and at the time I didn't want to do it. But
first reply is, does it have a cinema room?
It didn't.
Nobody has a gym, not good enough.
Yeah. So but growing up, I've always been like a Big Brother fan and reality TV and stuff. But so I was always like, oh, when I'm 18, I want to go on it. I didn't.
Really? That was your dream?
Yeah.
To play with Danny Rose
to go
and
on Big
also
Brother. I had two dreams.
Fuck
Play with Danny Rose.
Shit, man.
I had two dreams. And then but so when the show came out, like, so obviously none of us went on it, and then I wasn't going on it at all. And then the show came out, watched episode 1. I was like, oh, I like it. It's cool. Episode 2, I was like, oh, I like it. And then we were all sitting down in the we all gathered around in Trunks' bedroom watching it. And then these all were like, oh, how funny would it have been if one of us were in it? And I was like, I would, you know what? After watching a couple episodes, I'll do it. And then they're like, would you actually do it? I was like, yeah, but the show's already started. Like, there's no chance I want to go on. Like, they've already started and everything. And then, you know, because obviously Chunks is basically like the biggest like person on Footasylum channel. So he's got he's got all the contacts and they all like proper, like he knows all the producers very close. He's friends with all of them. So we were in his room at like midnight. He just voice noted one of the producers called Simon. It's like, yo, Simon, listen, man, me, Sharky, and Nico watching the episode. We were thinking, get Sharky on the show, man. Like, get Sharky. Like 2 episodes already out, middle of the night. Like, get Sharky on the show, man. We'll gas it up. And then he obviously sent the voice note. And then I went to sleep, not thinking much of it because the show's already in full flow. I'm thinking
in the house.
Yeah, I'm thinking like there's
Stuart Jones is coming and just be like,
I'm thinking there's a pandemic going on. The lockdown 2 just started a day there, and all this like production stuff. I'm like, there's no way they're gonna get an 11th person in the house. They got 10 already in there. And then I woke up the next day to a missed call from the Footasylum guy, Simon. I was like, well, literally the next day. And then I called him back. He goes, you actually being serious about wanting to come in the house? I was like, I mean, I'll do it. Yeah, why not? He goes, all right, cool. There'll be a cab outside in half an hour. You got a COVID test at 3 p.m. It was 1:30 at the time, p.m. COVID test at 3 p.m. Cab outside, jump in a cab, and then you're going to isolate for 2 days in the hotel, and they're going to put you in the house on Sunday. It was Friday at the time.
Jeez.
Fucking hell.
I was like, okay, guys.
Sounds like you're being trafficked.
Literally, they were literally negotiated on the phone, like obviously how much I'll get and stuff. And I was like, cool, cab was outside, jumped in the cab, did my test, was in the hotel for 48 hours, and then I was in the house.
How were you feeling then? Like were you excited? Were you nervous?
I don't know, it was a mix of everything. I was like, obviously I was excited because we were just talking about the day before, but then I was also like, you know when you gas something out with your friends, and when it's actually happening, you're like, shit, what was this?
Like, you know when the ball goes over someone's like, God, and you're like, yeah, you got it, you're like, yeah, I'll go, and then you're like, oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah, that's literally what it was, and I was like, okay, it's actually happening. Fucking shit. And then and I just ended up in the house, and I was there for 6 days.
Yeah, me and Charlie got asked, but we didn't get.
We weren't big time enough.
Oh, they asked us.
You didn't make the final 10.
They reached out the final whatever, they reached out and they're like, oh, were you doing it? I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And I don't know what he said, but yeah, we didn't.
No, they literally said to me, like, would you be interested? And I was just like, I was in two minds because I didn't know whether it was going to be like really cringy, like we're going to try and do a Big Brother thing, or if it was like really.
It was
going to go one of two ways. But
I was unironically really enjoying it.
I was
not
enjoying it. Unironically, the whole point for me was just it's gonna because Footasylum, it's like their videos bang. So I was like, that's what makes me think that it'll be something good to do. You know,
exactly.
Not because of the concept, because I feel like a YouTuber version of Big Brother would be like it could go really badly, but it was really well done.
But then like every person we are like. 90% of our mates would also be asked, and then I was like, they don't want me. They're just asked.
They're just literally trying to get like the pick of the bunch. The people will like get the right different demographics, also people with the right amount of following stuff. Because they've got a few people who aren't just YouTubers as well.
Yeah, of course.
What did you think the reception was going to be like for you going in?
I don't know, because I was like, because the Footasylum channel, I'd been on it many times before. So the Footasylum channel already knows me. It's the demographic for the Footasylum channel is like it's my kind of demographic. Beta Squad's been on the Footasylum channel, so I was like, I just thought I'd be alright. And obviously the Beta Squad pool, so I thought I'd be alright. But when you're in there, you
were trying to get God.
Huh?
When you went in, you were like, Jesus Christ. It was like Moses separated the Red Sea and everyone's fucking clapping him.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? Yeah, so from the outside, I was like, cool. When I go in, I think people like will be like gassed because it's the Footasylum audience. And I was like, I don't know how the people in the house would be. When I went in, I was like, I just felt like Justin Bieber. I was like,
wasn't it?
Did you know most of them in there already?
I knew a few, yeah. So I like Joel, I know from like, obviously back in the YouTube, E-Man, and then like Nadeem, now Mike.
From the Strip FIFA videos, of course.
Yeah, with me and Joel
big
did the
fan,
Strip FIFA. Yeah, we did a Strip FIFA back in the day, but it never came out.
Why do you think your reception was so different to Jack Mates? Do you think it was just the whole that's not his audience, or like, and actually in the house as well?
I don't know what reception like from outside, but in the house, it's like it's the type of content that he makes. Or he used to make. It was like, for example, like Eloise was in there, and she wasn't a big fan of him because
he's literally made videos and shit.
Has he? Jake made videos on Eloise?
No, her brother Jake
I was about to say, what the hell? That would be a bit weird.
Yeah, no, her brother Jake Mitchell. So he's made videos. Yeah, exactly. He's made videos about.
It's a bit awkward.
Yeah, he's made videos about her brother.
It's not the type of. I think if he'd made videos and they were like Cody Core style, I think it's the fact that it's like.
I think you can easily take a Jackmate video very personally, you know, because it does feel like. Or it used to, because I feel like his content's a little bit different now, but it's more of like an assessment of you as a character.
This person's I can't.
Exactly, but like it feels so like it felt so like straight to the point, as opposed to just like we spoke about this before. Like you've done some videos. You did a video on Deji, right? And that was quite comical. Like it was like
I would never. I wasn't going like Deji's a cunt. I was like comparing like his IQ to Albert Einstein and just how he reacted to it. And he said it was like a really funny video.
Yeah, like he really enjoyed it. Like from what he was showing.
That's the way to go about it.
You know what? Fuck that Cam Kirkland. I just didn't want to say it on. He didn't really.
Probably did.
Yeah, maybe. But no. But I think you can probably. That's probably why it's just a type of content.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like and obviously because they everyone in the house had obviously been together for a week at that point, and a week in there, trust me, feels like ages.
I'm not surprised.
You've got no phone, nothing.
How long did he actually last in there?
About an hour, maybe less.
Why did it happen?
I don't know. He took out Joel and that was his job, no? That's the official story.
We'll go by the official story.
The press release from Shark Nation has come through.
What I do want to do...
My phone's going on.
Don't know why he's banging his head. What I do want to ask, stuff I wouldn't have seen.
Yeah.
Do you just get like I know in Love Island, I think it's Saturday they got off. Did you just have like a day off? Because I'm sure there was... No. Does the shoe fit? That episode came out in the middle of it?
Yeah, so... obviously, I found out after that on the Sundays, Does a Shoe Fit came on, but Locked In was on every single day except Sunday.
Yeah.
But no, we didn't have no days off. They just uploaded the day after. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So then it got to a point where what we did in the house was 3 days ahead of the episodes.
Oh, okay.
So I went in the house on Sunday. My first episode was on Thursday.
Yeah, because I saw a lot of people seem to be getting really burnt out.
Yeah.
And then you came in, I think it gave them a little bit of life
for a couple of days. Yeah, exactly. So we had no days off. The only like time we had off camera was at the nighttime, bedtime-ish. Like around like 10 p.m, the sound guy will come, he'll take our pouches, we had pouches, and that's what the mic was on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
They walk around with them pouches. I was like, why are they walking around with them? And I was like, oh shit, that must be why.
It's the mic.
Like they're cooking with fucking pouches on. I mean, what they're doing?
Yeah, literally. It got so annoying. It's like you're always wearing a pouch. But yeah, so that's time I had off where our mics would get taken off. I mean, the cameras were still rolling, so they can catch moments.
So how many days were you in there in total?
I was there 6 days.
Oh shit! Who was your favourite person in there?
I got really close with Nadeem, one of the winners. Mike's as well, was generally the funniest guy. Funniest guy.
I thought you said my ex as well. I was just like, have I missed something?
Oh yeah, Babino Becky. No.
There's an exclusive.
There we go. Sharkbino.
Yeah, Mike's is hilarious. Funniest guy I met. Bash, love him. Obviously,
he's so funny. Like.
Yeah,
I didn't know he was Scottish.
Yeah, he's Scottish. Yeah,
he puts on a different accent.
No, he's got a proper Scottish accent when he.
Yeah, but when he put, I don't know why he puts on a different. accent.
Yeah, no, he said it just like when because he comes like down a lot to like London.
Yeah.
So when he's around like English people, it's kind of like more understandable, but he sometimes breaks into his
because
Scottish
he
accent.
proper speaks like this.
He
normal,
does.
normal.
Proper.
voice.
Yeah, he
proper speaks like this.
proper strong.
That sounds like a Scouse accent. That sounds really weird.
I'm pretty sure
He's from Glasgow. Yeah, he has a proper.
Glasgow.
Yeah, he's got a proper Scottish accent.
It's making me uncomfortable. Like, a Scottish person putting on a Scottish accent is really strange.
Were you not there? When Becky was like, "Oh, did you know he's Scottish?" And I was like, "What?" So I searched up like his name, and then I went on like an old video of his, and he's got a really strong Scottish accent.
Yeah.
So then I was like, "Why is he not being?" I was a bit confused.
Yeah, you're really, really angry that he's forgotten your heritage. He's
Yes, I am.
You've forgotten our freedom.
You should be proud of it, Bash. Embrace it.
What I think with Nalmak and Bash, I think they should get a lot of work with Footasylum after this. I feel like they'd be really funny together.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
Bash was personally my favourite. I thought he was really funny. I liked him.
Him coming off the bike, I think, was probably one of the most bizarre. I was just like, oh my god, lad.
So funny.
He's like, look. He looked like he was just gonna die. He was just like, why?
Like he was melting, wasn't he?
Wait, what was your first challenge in there? Because me and Chloe were watching it, and I remember your first challenge. I was absolutely creased at it. I forgot what it was.
My secret challenge, like the actual house challenge.
The secret one.
Oh, it was the yoga one. I had to convince everyone that I was a professional yoga instructor.
Was that the first?
No, that was my secret challenge. I'm saying the group challenge. My first group challenge was like some sort of eating one, I think, or a chili one.
Oh, because I thought it was something where you had to like. I'm sure it was something where you had to cause a little bit of beef or something.
Oh, that wasn't even a challenge. That was just me because I was bored.
Oh, was that? Oh,
yeah.
was it?
I went around telling people like fake news from the outside
Oh
world,
shit, that
and
was
saying now they've lost points.
So honestly, I'm going to call you up with something then. Like, why can you find that easy where you've probably got a lot of them like bad from you, like these people, these poor people have been in there for a few days. They're just like, I'm getting stressed out.
Like McGregor.
Yeah, it's like, I'm missing home, and then you just like, I'm gonna isolate for a couple of days. Yeah, then I'm just gonna be.
It was a holiday.
Then I'm just gonna cause shit. Like, okay, fine. So why can you do that off your own bat? But then when they ask you to do it for a beta squad video, you're like, your breath smells. Why is that?
Good question. I don't know.
Questions. I'd like to know the answer.
Is it because you know them as such, so you find it easier to wind up
and
someone you know?
It's weird because like random innocent civilians, I mean, I still do it. And I do it with like the employee. I do it with conviction. Yeah. Like I'll say, "Yo, I'm gonna spit in your food."
For example, like how I love winding people up. What did I manage to convince the Uber driver the other day?
What happened?
Camera, look right into his face, right into his soul. All right. I want you to listen to this. Your camera's right on you right now.
Okay.
So one thing that Cam says a lot as a Geordie is "Hooey." Lead the
conversation.
Hooey.
So I managed to, we were talking in the Uber driver, and he was just talking about the coronavirus.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you know what's not been getting enough mention? The Hooey virus. And he goes, yeah, the Hooey virus, not enough people are talking about it. And then he goes, and I've recorded this, I've got a video of it as proof. And he goes, yeah. Did you know that they took it in America and they manufactured it and made it bad? I went, what, the Hooey virus? He went, yeah, the Hooey virus.
He was speaking out his arse like. I was looking at him, going, you're speaking so much shit
That's
right
incredible.
I'm just sat there just like...
That is incredible.
It was from America, didn't
it wasn't like, yeah.
And then this guy turns around, he's like... No, I thought it was from Newcastle.
I was like, I thought it was from Newcastle. I was like, no, America. It wasn't like once or twice, like 5 or 6 times he said the Hooey virus.
So basically, he's a wind-up merchant.
I love it.
Next season.
Yeah, no, we need your beta squad.
Or one of my other favourite ones is I just like to call everyone Derek and just pretend they don't notice.
Oh, so you go to Derek to their face?
Yeah, like I was just like if someone like the Uber driver just like, oh, thanks Derek, means a lot. or if I just meet a random person like the shop, I'll be like, "Oh, cheers, Derek."
Yeah.
I just want them to be like, "What?" But
Yeah,
they never
yeah.
do it. They never do it.
I might start doing that.
Basically, get Lewis on next seasons of Locked In.
They are, yeah,
I'd be so out of
They're
place.
doing
I'd be
season
so out
Nah,
of place.
you'd be great, mate. You'd be winding everyone up. I want to ask you a quick question, Sharky, mate. So after you had like a brief time after winding everyone up, was it a bit of a drive home?
A dry time.
No, not a dry time. I know it's a dry time for you, mate. But I mean,
oh.
a bit of a dry home. Drive home. Bit of a drive home. Was it a bit long to get home? Please work with me here, lad.
From where?
Well, basically, what I'm trying to say, was it a long journey from the Locked In thing to get home?
Oh, yeah. Where is it?
Oh, it's like an hour.
Oh, about an hour.
Yeah.
Okay, so you drive, right?
I do, yes.
Okay, I feel like you have regrets about your insurance, right? You've said like, I wish I was with someone better. Like, I wish.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so basically, that was a bit long-winded, but thank you to the sponsor of our podcast, Adrian Flux. So we're gonna go.
Adrian Flux, please. I want cheaper insurance. Sort me out.
And we will do that with the black box policy. Thank you very much.
And we've stopped the Sharky episodes to interrupt with an amazing sponsor that is quite the regular sponsor on this podcast.
It is quite the regular sponsor, Lewis. That is because they're so brilliant, and they go by the name Adrian Flux.
Adrian Flux, like that weird guy that's always at the bar. He's always there, the old reliable.
Consistent.
Yeah, regular.
But you know what? That old guy knows a lot of stuff.
He does.
Such as not free insurance, insurance for young drivers with a black policy.
And learner drivers.
Learner drivers as well. You don't even need to have passed your test.
Yeah, you could have failed your test 20 times, but Adrian Flux are there to help.
Yeah, your insurance might be a bit high, but not with Adrian Flux. Not with Adrian Flux. So if you want to save money on your car insurance, even if you haven't passed your test right now, simply just click the first link in the description and you'll save money now, won't the Lewis?
Yes, we can talk forever about them, but if you click on that link, there'll be so much for you to see and learn.
Go and do that now.
Thank you.
Away. Thank you, Adrian Flux, for sponsoring this episode of the podcast, as always. And remember, stay safe out there with the Hawaii virus, folks. But back to you, Sharks. I just want
Back to you, Sharks. Is this like a news thing? Like, back to you in the office,
Back
Sharks.
to you, Sharks.
What's the weather saying?
There's like a little delay. Thanks, Lewis. I just wanted to ask. I said, who was your favourite? You said, is it Nadeem? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Who was your least favourite person in the house?
Oh, he's brought it straight back. Well, welcome back to the podcast.
Oh boy. Well, actually, on the last day, it's actually factored into the results of the winner. They made us in the storeroom rank everyone from favourite to least favourite.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh,
But one by one.
I watched every episode apart from the last one. I don't know why. I just
finale.
yeah. I just really like blue balling myself. I was like, I watched the whole thing.
The last
and just
one,
not the thing.
I pulled it for madness in the last one.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Madness.
I took 11 points from V.
Oh, yeah, that game.
Why did you do that, Sharky?
Looks like it's the right decision now. No, I did it. I took 11 points from V because she was top of the table. So I took 11 points and she finished bottom.
Good intuition then, huh?
Look at that.
That's why she actually deleted her Twitter account because of that.
She just really wanted 11 points.
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
can't take it.
Yeah,
So
unfortunately.
to answer his question, is
My
there
least
anyone?
favourite. Yeah, I mean, when I did the rankings in the storeroom, my bottom was Jordan.
Oh.
Nothing wrong with the guy.
Yeah, just I didn't have that connection.
Yeah.
No chemistry.
Yeah, basically. No, he was a cool guy. I actually started to like him more and more. But it's just
But it just wasn't enough time for him to make it off the bottom.
make enough of an impact on me.
It was like he was trying to avoid the relegation scrap, but didn't quite make it.
Exactly.
He didn't, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, Jordan came bottom for me, but he's a great guy.
Okay. Oh,
Does that answer your question?
That was your question.
Yeah. Who was your least favourite in there, Cam?
My least favourite.
Yeah. Who was you lot's
Should we go around the
favourite and
table?
least
I heard
favourite?
yours was V. V was your favourite.
B was my favourite.
Yeah, she was your
Yeah,
favourite?
just love her tweets. Amazing stuff.
love her tweets.
Gives me a
Big
good
fan.
My least favourite in the...
Both. My favourite was probably Bash. I like Bash.
Yeah, least favourite was probably the same reason, Jordan. You know, I thought like I'd probably get on with him, but for watching something, I want to see a bit of like someone winding someone up, and I just didn't really see that.
Yeah, he just seemed quite like, not in a bad way. Like he
Yeah.
just seemed quite monotone and just quite like.
I'd probably say that. Does that answer? Are we all happy?
Yeah. Did you even watch that episode?
Did you watch it? Did you watch the
Of course
show?
you did.
Big fan. Watched a couple of episodes.
Oh, yeah, who's your favourite?
Eloise.
Right.
Nice.
Any reason?
Yeah, really funny. Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Right.
What colour of hair did you
You're
have?
like 28, mate.
What
Just
colour?
to make sure.
what colour of hair did you have?
Did she have?
Yeah.
Blonde. Yeah. Big fan. Like I said, I'm a big fan. Anyway, moving on.
Louise is great.
Don't worry.
Louise is
Yeah, nice girl.
Oh, completely off topic, but this is like going way back to like when you fell out the womb. But
Nice.
When you fell out the womb, do you remember that?
I didn't even. Yeah,
I was just, I was just,
it's like my mom's.
The first time he was locked in.
he was swimming. Wow, yeah, that's a good one. I appreciate that.
Yes.
I seen on your famous birthdays. I was like, yeah, you know what? I seen that
you did
you were
extensive
born and
research.
raised in the Netherlands.
That's not off topic. That's. Let's talk about that.
I was born. I wasn't raised there. I was raised here.
Oh, so they got it wrong. They said
I was
raised as
born
well.
there. Yeah,
they
but I
said
was
raised.
Yeah. I was raised here.
So how many years did you spend there?
Been in Holland like the first 2-3 years of my life.
Oh, that's still a fair bit,
It's
though.
technically like
That's not raised.
I thought you were going to be like the first
how
2-3 days.
old are you now?
21.
Exactly. I've been here. I've been here for 21 years as well.
he's been in England longer
So
than you.
both. Yeah.
Should I call your channel
Well,
Van
I've not
Sharky, but a banged?
Van Yeah, no, I wasn't raised there. I was raised here. So
Wait, have you got Dutch parents?
no.
Like, why Holland? Just
This-
sorry, I
so-
shouldn't say Holland. That's like it's like saying a slur. Because Holland's like a nickname for Amsterdam, isn't it? It's not a nickname for the Netherlands.
Where do you get this from?
Because I used to work beside someone that's from the Netherlands,
Yeah.
and they told me like calling the
coach trip?
Wallahi,
like,
what's going on?
He knows more about Holland than me.
You're right.
Apparently, I used to work beside someone who was from the Netherlands.
Okay, yeah.
She used to speak like this. She was saying that if you call Holland, it's like a grrr,
Is it?
because Holland's like a nickname for Amsterdam. It's not
Oh,
a
is it?
nickname. It's not a nickname for the Netherlands. So when you refer to Holland, it's like us referring to England as London, or it's like me being a Scottish person, and when the Americans go,
I don't know why
love
because you could have just said something very relevant, but I just don't take you seriously.
you know
I
what?
don't know why. I
Do you
just
know
don't feel
what?
like
I'll stop
That's the first time
talking.
hearing
I'll
of
stop
it.
talking.
Holland's
It's
nickname for
okay.
Amsterdam.
We'll all sleep well tonight.
I don't know. I might have to Google it.
Well,
Anyway,
maybe
what was the
well.
question? Let's take it
Why?
straight back.
Why?
Yeah,
Netherlands?
why Netherlands? Just
For a laugh.
Why Netherlands? What a question.
just for a
I
laugh.
picked it. You know, it was me. I picked it. I was actually, I was actually conceived in Wembley.
What after an England game?
Their parents were
yeah.
having fun, and then they've moved.
What after an England game? They got really happy.
Yeah.
And the stands.
England just won. No, basically, so obviously I'm from Somalia,
Yeah,
East
it
Africa.
was England versus Somalia. Somalia won like last minute. And then
Yeah.
they're like,
Sharky,
never.
come. Yeah, so I'm from Somalia. So obviously African parents. But there's a lot of like civil war and stuff, like just war and stuff in it. Like
Have you ever been to Somalia?
no,
Somalia?
I've not.
So, I've got an accent. Leave
Where
it.
am I from? Where am I from?
Somalia.
Somalia. Yeah, that's the
well
one.
done.
No, I've never been, but I want it.
The only thing I seen about Somalia was the South Park episode.
What, pirates?
Yeah, when he leaves America. Oh, you know what? I'll just stop speaking. If you're going to complain about everything I say on this pod, mate, I rarely speak on this podcast. I rarely speak, but when I do speak, everyone goes, "Shut up." All I said is I've seen a South Park episode.
I like South Park.
I just love South Park. No, it's fair. You know what?
It's okay.
Have your moment, mate. It's fine. Talk about South Park.
It's a good episode.
Somalia. What happened in this in South Park episode, mate?
So the South Park, he gets tired of life, so they go to Somalia to become pirates.
Become pirates, yeah.
right. Cheers for that input, Lewis.
I mean, first.
Let's just talk. I want to take it back to like if we're going to talk about Netherlands. How comes after being conceived in Wembley, they went to the Netherlands?
Because so obviously after war-torn country, all that stuff. A lot of Somalis emigrated obviously to Europe. So mainly Netherlands, UK, and a bit of like Sweden, Denmark. There's a lot. I've got cousins like from Denmark. So yeah, my grandparents went to Netherlands. Like a lot of Somalis. There's a lot of Somali people from the Netherlands. AJ was born in Netherlands.
Oh really?
Oh shit.
Yeah, and he was actually raised there. He was there till like primary school, I think. But so then my grandparents went to Netherlands. My mum came to UK at a young age, and then obviously because I was her first child, and my mum had me really young when she was pregnant. She went back to the Netherlands with her parents. So obviously have support
Okay.
with her parents because she was young, and then she had me in Netherlands with her parents.
That's what I really respect about like using in the beta squad, but you specifically as well. Like a lot of people from YouTube, I feel like it's the whole they just ask for a camera for Christmas, then they become. Whereas you've came from somewhere where it's not really privileged, and you've really had to work for it. Would you say that?
Yeah, I mean that's why like a lot of people I think well, in like the London area, or like kids that are from like normal backgrounds or like working backgrounds or maybe lower class backgrounds, kind of draw to us more because we all have the same thing where we're all literally like, we all live in, like, even me, I'm from a single mum who has 7 kids. I'm the oldest of 7 children.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, I'm the oldest of 7 children. You saw my famous birthday as well, didn't you?
How old's the youngest?
She's 9 now, so everyone's grown up now.
Oh my God, you could pretty much be her uncle.
The age gap between me and my younger sister is the same as me and my mum. My mum had me at 16, yeah.
She was 35.
She was young.
35.
No, she's 41.
Is this the one you made invisible?
Yeah. yeah, she's 9 now. She's a star. She's a star.
I mean, it made your mum invisible. I was like, what the? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
My sister.
Yeah, so like, we all come from like similar backgrounds where we're like, literally like.
That must have been a hectic household growing up, surely.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. Like, I'm like, especially with my situation, we moved around a lot. Like, I've lived all over London because it's like the council moving us from like place to place. I've lived in South London, North London, Northwest London. Like, I've lived in so much places.
Cultured man of London.
Where's your favourite and least favourite part of London?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's the best ends?
No, I like Northwest London, like where I'm from, like Wembley area.
Yeah.
That's where I've spent my teenage years. Like, early years, I moved around a lot, and every single time I moved, that's another thing I learned. It's like, I have this mentality now of like, everything happens for a reason, because literally, because I moved around so much, every single time I've moved house, it was always the worst thing ever in my head.
Really?
Do you know what I mean? Like, I made friends.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when I lived in South West London, it was like the probably first place I lived in the UK. For like 7 years, I was in primary school, and I finally made the school football team. Finally.
Oh, so it wasn't like you weren't born with talent. You worked for it.
I worked for it.
Go on then.
What the fuck?
I don't know why I had to make that deep. Go on then.
Yeah, I finally made the school football team. Like, it was like, because games are on Friday, and then like on Monday, the team sheet comes on the wall. Yeah. And I was never in the team. And then I remember I finally made the team.
You just reminded me of a memory that I didn't know I had, that they used to actually do that. They used to actually put the football team on the wall and you had to go up and go.
And I was never on it.
They did that. In high school, it was opposite. Like, they needed they were begging people to play. They were like, please.
Do you play football?
They were like, Lewis, please come play. I'm like, no.
Yeah. So I finally made a football team, I remember. And like, on the Monday, like, I saw my name there. I was so gassed. And the game was on Friday. And then the whole week I was gassed. Like, I was proper like buzzing for it. And then the Thursday after school, like, I was waiting after school to get picked up. No one picked me up for ages. And you know, in primary school, when you don't get picked up, you have to wait in the reception.
Yeah.
So I was sat in the reception waiting for ages. And then my mum came. And there was like a massive van. I was like, what's going on? She goes, we're moving. The day before my first match from like my primary school team.
Oh, she put your boots in a cardboard box.
Everything.
Oh,
it's like we're moving. And I think it was like the council moved us or something like that.
Can I ask you a question about that then? Because
Yeah, sure.
obviously, like where you are right now, gorgeous house.
Yeah, amazing.
Definitely, like, considering where you're saying, like, from where you've come from. Which for me, I can kind of understand if we take it back to earlier in the podcast where you were talking about how you move into a big place and you just kind of got comfortable kind of thing. And obviously I know that you're grateful, but how do you think that has affected you from where you've been to where you are now? Like, do you ever look back on like the previous times? Like, what?
I mean,
you might not have gone down this route if you
there's still a big part of me that hates it, like hates how I'm living right now. Because I'm like, my family's still living in a shitty house.
So you kind of want to just help.
Like, yeah, it's like their situation isn't amazing yet. So it's like, for me, it's like I feel guilty kind of living. Do you know what I mean? Like, why am I sitting here with a cinema room and there's a gym in our house and stuff like that. And then I'll go home to visit my family, and then it's like, we've got neighbours downstairs. We've got up the stairs to go to the house, like 6 kids now, and my mum shit in like 3 bedrooms. You know what I mean? So there's a massive part of me still that I don't feel comfortable in how I live now. And also I also know and I've acknowledged that the life I'm living right now is not a realistic life, not like a realistic lifestyle. It's like I'm here and it's not gonna last.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like I'm not gonna, after we all like separate and go into like our own kind of journeys in a few years' time, I'm not gonna live in a mansion again probably, or like a crazy house like this again. So it's like I understand that and I'm realistic about that. So I'm enjoying it now while it's here, but I'm working towards like making like until my family, like everyone lives
in a nice
comfortably in a nice place, I'll never be fully comfortable.
I think that's admirable though, because obviously everyone is indebted to their parents. Well, not everyone. A lot of people feel like they're indebted to their parents for like raising, and you kind of want to take care of the people that you do.
Big time, yeah.
So it can be quite frustrating, especially when you're in a career where you don't know where it could go, you know?
Yeah.
I think what I kind of like to know is that growing up, how did that affect you, like moving around from place to place? You said that you found
Yeah, I mean, it kind of became normal, but it was like, because to me it was normal. It was like that was our life, like moving around place to place, like getting moved around when it wasn't even our choice most of the time. Do you know what I mean? Like, and there's like in between times where they couldn't find us a place, so we'd stay in like a hotel for like 2 months. You know what I mean? Sharing a room with all my siblings. Yeah, of course. But it was like that was just our life. Do you know what I mean? That's how it was.
In a strange way, right? Did that help you with YouTube with motivation to try and get yourself out of that kind of thing?
I don't think so, but I think it's helped me in other aspects in terms of like, because I've moved around so many times and I've been to 2 primary schools and 2 high schools.
You can move from mansion to mansion with ease now, yeah?
It's just like now it's like I know the whole process of moving my stuff. It's like I'm always the first to move.
You already have the cardboard boxes.
Yeah. I just have it.
Sorry, didn't mean to.
But no, it's great. But as in like, because I moved around so much and I've gone to like a few different schools, I became good at making new friends.
Interpersonal skills.
I became good at making new friends and adapting easily to like new circumstances, new places, new situations. So it's like, I think that's what helped me. That part helped me in my career in that way, like making new friends, being able to like talk like this, just come here, come on this show, like no problems. Like people usually might be nervous to come on a podcast, but for me, it's like I just want to have a chat with people.
Yeah,
and I think it helped me like that. So
well, it's constantly pushing you outside your comfort zone, isn't it?
Yeah, literally.
Just when you just find friends, then you've got to find new ones.
Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of where I was going with the whole football team thing, because that happened to me. Like that was the worst thing ever. I moved. I was like shit. Like I was crying. I moved and then I went to another place, and obviously I made new friends in that school.
Did you get in that football team?
Yeah. I actually wasn't that great at football until like. I'm still not great now.
Yeah.
I was waiting for him to say something.
I'm just watching it.
But I didn't actually come that good at football till like towards the end of secondary school. But yeah, so every time we moved, it was like I made friends. I'm comfortable here. I love it here. It's like in my head, it's the best possible situation. And then we moved. I'm like, why? But if I didn't move all those times, then I wouldn't have ended up in Northwest London, which is the final place. And if I didn't end up in Northwest London, I wouldn't have met everyone else that I met, everyone I know now, because literally within like a 15-20 minute radius, me, Chunks and AJ all lived in 15-20 minute radius. So even if I met them on YouTube while I was still in North London, which is Enfield, we wouldn't be as close as we are because we wouldn't be able to go to each other's houses that much. We were able to stay late at night. Like I'd stay until Chunks' house till like 5-6 a.m. recording videos back in before we moved together. And I'd be able to walk home because there was no last buses. That's what I'm saying. But moving house there, when I first moved there, it was the worst thing in the world. But it ended up being the best thing in the world because if I didn't move there, then I wouldn't have met these guys, wouldn't have become so close. I wouldn't be here.
Is it strange, like, do you ever take a step back? Because when you, in your early days, you were doing them like with general knowledge things with like AJ or Chunks, and then now you are doing the videos where you are. Do you ever take a step and just go like, what the fuck happened? Or do you just kind of stay in it? Or?
Yeah, it's like, it's a good question because literally like there's a lot of time where it's like we're in a bubble. You know what I mean? Like you don't notice like how well you're doing or how well it's being received. You're just like, cool, gotta get the next video out, gotta get this out. You're in a bubble. And then you just stay in it for a while. But there's times when I'm just literally like, I literally deep everything. I'm like, wow, okay, this is like proper. Even like with Beta Squad, when we hit a million subs, I was like, wow, like that's crazy.
It is crazy, isn't it?
That's the thing with YouTube though, because it's so fast paced. You never can just like take maybe a week and just let it sink in.
Yeah, no, you don't have the time.
As soon as the video's out, it's like, right, I've got a Beta Squad video, I've got my own channel video, I've got Footasylum.
Yeah.
You've always got something going on, so it's really hard to actually like appreciate what you've got. Nothing.
Yeah, and it's just numbers and numbers. It's the same with everything in life. You just can never get satisfied with something. Whether that's YouTube numbers, views, subscribers, or whether it's just
Never
like,
enough, is it?
or whether it's just like exams at school when you get an A and you're like, oh, I wish I got an A plus. It just everyone always strives for more. Like nothing's ever. From some people do get satisfied, but for the majority of people are never satisfied.
Yeah,
which is a shit thing.
I think we spoke about this before because it's about like the anticipation of the next step. You know, where you think about, oh well, what am I going to do next? Where like I'm sure that when you hit a milestone, you think. This was our conversation we had where we talk about, I want to hit 250k or hit a goal or what target you set. It's the anticipation of hitting that target. When you hit it, you're just like, okay, what next?
Yeah,
Because you don't sit there and think euphoria, you gasp for a moment because you're like,
I feel like it's the life-changing ones that, like, for me on YouTube, it was always the smaller ones, like the 1K, 10K. Shit,
they feel way better.
like you're like, oh shit, I'm actually doing it. Whereas when you get to like the 100,000 plus, it's like, I'm here now. We just keep on going and going.
Yeah.
Like it's mostly like the life-changing ones when you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
With the constant moving about thing, and then when you're saying about things get good, like the football thing, and then something bad happens, you have to move. Like I've had not the same, but similar situations where things are going good, bad, things are going good, bad. Now with stuff, do you ever think, oh well, everything's going good, or are you just thinking it's going to go bad?
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't really think it's going to go bad, but it's like now it's like if something does go bad, I deal with it better now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
because of, it's like, for me, it's like, if all those things didn't go bad, I wouldn't have ended up where I am now. I'm in the best possible situation, and I'm here because at the time things happened where I thought was the worst thing. So if something bad happens now, say Beta Squad ends tomorrow, that sounds like the worst possible thing to me. But the way I'd handle it, obviously I'd be devastated, but it'll be like, in a year's time, I could be a lot happier. Yeah. I might be a lot happier, and that might open doors. And that's how I take it now. For
and
me,
what
like,
you were saying is you feel like everything happens for a reason. I'm the exact same.
Yeah.
I'm the exact same. If something bad happens to me, I'm like, there has to be some underlying thing. And sometimes 2 months down the line, something will happen. I'll be like, oh, makes sense.
Literally.
But I think with the way you've grown up and what you're saying there, which some other YouTubers who may not have had that experiences, you develop like a thick skin. So to you, like you said, the Beta Squad would be the worst possible thing, but you can deal with that. Whereas I feel like some YouTubers maybe wouldn't be able to deal with that because they haven't experienced worse things. Yeah. So you went through like things to develop a thick skin, which is probably why you can do that kind of thing.
Yeah. Literally, that's spot on. It's like, it's for me, it's a lot easier to deal with things now because I didn't have the best upbringing. Like, I didn't have the best like path coming up here. Like, I didn't have a bad path. I had loving
grateful
family.
For what you're grateful for.
Yeah, like loving family, everything. My mum's great, everything. But just I weren't put in the best situations. So I'm just always grateful about everything now. Like, I'm just grateful.
It's weird, isn't it? Because nothing bad with YouTube can kind of trump what's happened before. So it feels like you can, not fearless, but it kind of feels like you can brave anything, doesn't it?
Nah, for real. Because then it's like, I understand that it's just YouTube. Like, I think the difference with some YouTubers is like, and it's not their fault, but they started when they were kids. There's a lot of YouTubers that started when they were in school and all they know is YouTube. So they never really had that social life growing up. Normal. They didn't have that normal social life from young. Yeah. Whereas like with all of us, apart from Nico because he started young, but like me, AJ and Chunks, because I always describe us three because we're all same background, same age, everything. We all started at like 19, 20. So we've already we've all been through school. We've all been through college. We've had jobs. So had normal life. And then we started YouTube.
I really do think that helps.
Yeah, it helps a lot with social skills. Yeah, relatable. It helps a lot. Yeah. It's like, but when people start from school, it's like, it's harder.
I think some people who are brought up in industry, it's a very, very LA thing, but even does happen in the UK. When you, from a young age, become like an online personality or a celebrity or something like that, you start to lack relatable social skills, which become very, very personal to what your audience is. So say, for example, you talk about the Beta Squad videos, your own personal videos, that kind of stuff makes it a lot more organic, you know, which I do think like, even like coming on the podcast, I know stuff about you, but I didn't know like some things. You learn things about it. Not everyone will be comfortable talking about some other things, you know?
Yeah, of course.
And when that comes and translates over to your content, you kind of get an interesting insight into what that could be.
Well, on the topic of that, when you're saying about when celebrity kind of thing, one thing that really impresses when we went to your house was, Nick invited her, but all of yous for the whole night just sat down and played FIFA with her. Whereas you go to some YouTubers' houses, just the person that's invited you around will go. Whereas all of yous, like much, I think...
Kenny was editing for most of it,
He came out, but he came out. All of yous have more subscribers than us, I'm pretty sure, at that time. Still, it was
still
just
do.
like... It was still do. It was... but it was, at that time, it was just like, oh, shit, they're actually just chilling with her, just normal people, whereas you don't really... I don't feel like you get that a lot.
I'm bad for that. I really, really, really struggle to like separate myself from YouTube. It like really fucking ruins me. I don't know why. I struggle to have downtime without feeling guilty type thing. I don't know why. I just like, even something as simple as just watching something on Netflix, I just feel guilty the whole time. All the time. All the time. That's why I started streaming, because
you just sit in my room, mate.
Yeah, I do need a cinema room. It was my only way of that's why I started streaming, because it's my only ways to play games without feeling guilty. Because I'm like, I'm doing
like you're working,
something somewhat productive.
Yeah.
So that's 90% of the reason why I started streaming, because it makes me feel I can have downtime.
I wish I had that mentality, because I can have downtime and not and be like, I had a good day today. I didn't do no work. I just slept all day.
I wish I had that. If I don't do something the whole day, I fucking hate myself.
But as an analysis of you, like you can actually end up doing those kind of things. Like I would take a day off because I'm like, I need it. Like I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I've worked hard recently, but I need to have my time. Whereas you would be like, no, I can't have a day off, and then that builds up a lot of pressure on yourself, and then you have a crash, and you're like, fuck. You know,
it happens a lot, but it's one of these things.
Detrimental.
I've tried to like learn how to do it, and it's just really hard. I don't know. I've just always done it. Like even I tried it last year. Like even stuff as like just like I'd put my phone down. I'd have this app. It's quite a cool app, Flora. If anyone wants it, it's like an app, not the butter. It's like a little app that what you do is you put money on the line.
Sponsored.
You put money on the line, so you'll pay like £10. 3 hours. I can't touch my phone for 3 hours, and if you pick up your phone during that, you lose the £10, and it gets donated to charity.
Yeah, nice.
So then, so I'd always do it. So you can do it for free, but I'd always do it with money, so I wouldn't touch it. So I'd put it in for 3 hours, and wouldn't touch my phone. So I'd done stuff like that, but I've always found it hard to like. I don't know. I don't even know why. Probably because that's all. Like, I obviously I had friends in that, but like I'd even do stuff like just sit in and play games, like just play games for hours and hours every night. So just that whole social media, just technology life aspect, I think is just like in my head and won't come out.
I think Sharky, we can kind of relate in having our downtime kind of stuff. One thing which I think Lewis just touched on it pretty much with not being able to sit back. I kind of want to talk about your motivation, because you've been around for quite a while, but your uploads have been obviously very sporadic. Have you struggled throughout time, whether that's just feeling like motivated or whether there's other things to keep that consistency? Is that something which is like, I just want to learn about lot. Your process of
literally a lot
production.
This year, I think it was like June, July, August, so 3 months, didn't upload a single video. Last year, around the same time, I think it was like
you just love the sun.
July, August, September. I don't know why, 2 years in a row, throughout the whole summer, I didn't upload a video, and it was not on purpose.
I mean, you couldn't have gone anywhere this summer, but
yeah, literally. So I did have a lot of problems. Like I'd always have like times where like I'm like motivated, demotivated, or inspired, not inspired, and I used to rely a lot on like inspiration and motivation.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm not motivated to make a video. I'm not gonna make a video, and or literally like I like, so I'm not really like, I don't really have it now, but I felt like I suffered a lot from imposter syndrome.
Yeah,
I feel like every YouTuber does.
But it was so strong, especially when I first moved into the first base.
Okay.
Oh my days! Imagine I was on like, being on like, I was on like 200,000 subscribers, and I'm living in this house, and I'm like, why am I here? Like I shouldn't be here. Do you know what I mean? And that, in my opinion, it's like I felt like a fraud.
When was this, by the way?
Last year, when we first moved into the first base, so March last year. I felt like a fraud. And I still have that bit now, because I still do feel like a bit of a fraud, because I'm like, and then there's times where I go through and I'm like, I shouldn't be here, or am I here because some of my friends are doing so well, so I'm here kind of like as a tag along, or like stuff like that. And then it'll be like, it would affect me a lot, and then I wouldn't upload, or I'll look at my videos and I compare my videos to some people, and I'm like, my videos are shit. Cool, let me try and step up my videos, but then when I try and make videos, I don't like it, and I don't upload it, and then I just enter a rut, and then I don't upload.
Comes like a vicious cycle kind of thing.
Cycle, and then when you don't upload for a month, it's easily turns into 2 months, easily turns into 3 months.
But you talk to the king.
The way I always see it is, I used to do like this is not even just to do with YouTube. For anyone that can relate, this happens with work, school. The longer you take away from something, and gym, the longer you take away from something, the harder it is to go back. Yeah. Like if you take a week off something, you can go back, but the longer you take it, it's the harder it is to go back. Yeah, and that's one thing I always tell people.
Do you think that's a confidence thing with you, though?
It was like that's the thing. It was partly that as well. There's a lot of factors. Confidence, one of them, all that stuff. But now it's like, one thing now is like, since I think for the last 3 months now, I've been a lot better with everything in terms of like, because now I don't rely on motivation as much. Like I think motivation's like if you rely on motivation, you're setting yourself up for failure because like you're not always gonna be motivated.
It becomes an excuse.
Yeah, it becomes an excuse. Oh, I'm not gonna work today. I'm not motivated. So it's like nice as long as you have discipline.
Discipline's the key.
That's focus on discipline.
See,
motivation.
I'm like, why am I not motivated? And I get fucking angry, being like, why am I not motivated?
Yeah,
And
Lewis
then-
is actually walking around in his dumb Roman shirt, just like, why? Yeah,
Don't rely
I
on
get that.
motivation because then it's like you're not going to be motivated every day of the year. So
I feel like motivation helps you with coming up with really great concepts and ideas and stuff, but discipline is what makes you just get out.
yeah,
of bed and
there's
do
sometimes you're not going to motivate, but you need to get a video out. So you just discipline. As long as discipline, like I'm getting a video out this week, every week. I'm not really motivated. I'm not in love with this video, but I know the audience like it a lot. Get it out, just get it out, just get it out. And that's discipline.
It's the same with a normal job. Just because you're sad, you're not going to be like, I'm not going to work today. You have to. You have to be able to make a living and progress in your career. You have to just, regardless of how you're feeling, just do your work.
Yeah.
Well, what I think's strange about your channel is that even though you can take a 3-month break, your views are always good.
Yeah.
You never have like a
Stinker.
like you might have one that goes lower, but it's never like a 20, 30, 40k. It's
Like
all,
night and day.
Yeah, it's always kind of consistent. Some will get high, like the Among Us one did really well for
It's
you.
like 600k. Yeah.
Is that just because you feel like you've built a strong audience, or do you think it's the way titles or thumbnails?
Both. It's both. Because I think I mean we're lucky because we've got like a strong audience, so we can obviously it's like I don't recommend taking a long time out. It doesn't work for everyone, and I wouldn't want to. But yeah, it's literally it's also with the obviously titles and thumbnails and having that knowledge of videos and same with all of us. I feel like we do make good videos. Do you know what I mean? So it's like that helps as well. So it's, I mean, I'm grateful. I'm very grateful that my channel's not like
Dead.
in the bin after because it should be. I'm not uploading for 3 months. Why is my channel not in the bin?
Most channels will be dead.
Yeah. Why is it not dead? But I don't know why. I mean, I guess I'm like when I do upload, obviously I do put a lot of like care into obviously how I title my videos, how I thumbnail my videos, and how in the video to make sure the video will have good retention, good watch time.
And obviously, living with someone like Nico, who's like the king of like titles and thumbnails, in my opinion, I feel like he's just so smart. Like I used to go to him for advice on titles and thumbnails, be like, "Oh, what do you think of this?"
Yeah.
So I can like obviously just living with these two. Is just I think that's a good reason about YouTube houses is that you're like if you were just alone in your bedroom, you just title and thumbnail whatever you want. But if you're with people, they'll be like, "No, don't do that. Do this. Do this. Don't do that." So it's always helps so much.
We all have that with each other. Like we all help each other out, and because we're all surrounded by each other so much, we just share that knowledge, and we're like, this we know what would be good, and if not, we just ask each other.
And sorry, go on.
But on the topic of you saying you don't know why it's still alive, and then you're saying about imposter syndrome and stuff like that. Surely, when you think about it, the reason your channel is still alive is because people like you and you do good content. So
don't know why. Like,
I don't know why.
You should
I
feel
don't know.
like
What have I done? I make a few
what the hell?
stupid TikTok dances.
To be fair, they're so cute, man.
Wait.
Like, they're so cute. Like I look at them and you're just doing your little thing. I was like, yeah, go ahead,
thank
Sharky,
you,
they're so
man.
cute.
But with the imposter syndrome,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to work out with you where that, because this, if you look at your channel, there's so much love for it. So I'm just trying to figure out where that comes from. Is it because it's so a change of lifestyle?
Can I make an assumption?
Go on.
Do you reckon that it could be because you're surrounded by other creatives and you can see like their work ethic, people who have stayed consistent, people who do push the boat out with some of their content? Like, I'm going to just say it out there, right? Like Nico's concepts for his video ideas, like, are the best in Beta Squad.
It's best in
But
the UK,
also-
in my opinion.
And I was literally about to say, but not even just, but not even just because of that. Like it, you could get like, I'm just not as good in a group. Like I know some of the boys and sidemen, they're like, oh, you know what, like some of that stuff that you're doing is great.
Course, yeah.
But that's just in one small group. You can get that in a friendship group.
Facts. Yeah.
But when you've actually got probably the best concept for video ideas in the UK,
Yeah.
I stand by that. I think Zach and Jay are fantastic with their concepts. I think Nico's up there as well. There are others, but those stand out right.
Louis
So
Bucking.
I think.
Did you not like his TikTok video?
The BMX video, that was unbelievable.
Did you not like Indian TikToks part 3?
I think maybe from my outside, please tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, go on.
When you're surrounded by people that really stay consistent, the work rate's great, and not off their own back. I'm not going to say off their own back, but as a collective, you feel like you might contribute less from what you do because you are inconsistent.
Yep.
Do you think that that's what might contribute to it?
It's a factor. I mean, we're all inconsistent.
Yeah.
Like, we're all the same. Like, none of us is like,
stay consistent.
No one's on a schedule, are they?
Yeah, we're all inconsistent. But that's the factor. Of course, like I said, like my friends are doing really well,
Mm-hmm.
but they're, like I said, they're on their journey. I'm on my journey.
For sure.
We're on our same journey when it comes to beta squad and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that does play a little bit of a factor of the imposter syndrome, because you go back and you're saying there's a lot of support for me and a love for my channel, but for me it's like, that's great, and I'm grateful for the audience, I'm grateful for the support, I'm grateful for the Shark Nation. I love you guys all, but it's just within me. Do you know what I mean? It's like I could have all the validation in the world if I don't feel like within myself I'm banging, I'm doing sick.
Oh,
yeah.
of course.
Do you know what I mean? For me, it's like the validation is just a bonus. I don't need the validation.
Do you feel that might come from like, the type of content that you do? Because as in not your videos don't, but I mean like sometimes you could, depending on like you could get, we had this conversation as well, you could create something which you're proud of as a bit of content and it could not get as many views, or you could do like a Reddit video and it does like 3 times the views. But the validation comes from both, but you get a lot more from it from the Reddit video, but you're more proud of the smaller.
I'm the kind of guy where it's like even if a video that I don't like, if a video I don't like that much does really well, I actually get annoyed.
Oh,
I'm like,
it's always a video like what you were saying about the Dimitri Payet video. It's always a video that
What's
you're
the first thing I said? One of the worst videos on YouTube. Like,
and it's like
I hate that it's bang.
I'm sure
but it helped me that I'm here.
Maybe not everyone, but for me anyways, all my like top 3 most viewed videos, I couldn't bear myself to watch one of them back. Like I'd have to leave the room, I could watch one of them back.
Yeah.
Which ones are those, mate? They really pissed me off. I just put on our cello TV.
Mine are really fair. Mine are some probably like I haven't really stuff.
All right, you narcissist.
I'll probably say
my videos are great.
Well, my favourite video of mine probably is my most viewed.
That's
great.
That's good. That's what I'm saying.
Because then it's an accurate representation of what you want.
Which is fantastic.
But when you go back to like when you're saying like with my friends and stuff, for me it's like in my heart deep down, I know I'm not a natural YouTuber.
Why is that?
I'm not, and it's not this. I don't think this is my like
Calling
natural career path for what I should be doing. But it's like, and there's times where I've wanted to quit a lot of times.
I think you're not alone in that.
But it's like for me, it's like one reason why I haven't quit is obviously like there's no normal job I can do right now that I'll get paid. No, but it's true though. It's like there's no normal job I can go into that will pay even a fraction of how much I make, and obviously it's important for my family and stuff. I make a lot of money, so I've just been stuck. So I feel stuck. That's with the imposter syndrome, because if you look at like of Nico, this you can see this is his thing.
He's passionate about
it. He loves it. Like he's so passionate about it. It's crazy. Like this is his thing. Even looking at his ideas, the amount he spends on his videos.
Yeah, even if you go back, I've said this to him before, but see, even when I go back to Nico's videos at like 4-3 years ago, I'm like, I'm not even that bad.
Like, even back in the day, he was making skits and he was making videos where he was putting more effort in than someone of his subscriber count should. So you can see it's his calling, and that's great, and everyone has their own thing. And with Chunks, you can see he's a natural born entertainer. Like he should be on TV, like what he's doing. He's hosting the Mobos next week.
That's so sick, man.
You know what I mean? Like this is his thing. Like, and even for him, it's like he doesn't feel like a YouTuber because he's not really a YouTuber. He's just a celebrity. He's a personality. He's an entertainer. So it's like for him, it's like what he's doing is perfect for him. And like when you look at AJ, who's for me, he's the funniest in Beta Squad. AJ, he's hilarious, but he's got a problem with consistency as well. But he's so creative and so good.
I quite liked his song as well.
I
liked it. I thought it was really good.
He's got about 200 songs in his file. Never released any.
So what do you think you're calling?
But for me, I don't know. I know it's not this. I know I'm not a natural entertainer, and I know I'm not like mad creative.
But if you think,
but I'm just here and I'm milking it as much as I can, and I'm enjoying it. Like the opportunity I have right now is crazy. So I mean, I'm gonna enjoy it.
Well, how old are you?
I'm 24.
How many people?
25 next month. I'm old. I used to do football coaching when I was younger. Coaching. I'm obviously into sports and stuff. So
you want to get in the football team again? Is that
I really want to make an appearance in the Premier League. But no, so it's like in 10 years' time, I can't see myself in 20 years' time when I'm like, I don't know, in my 40s. I can't see myself making vlogs and challenges. I can see myself hopefully being on Sky Sports and doing something like that, or owning a football club, or
like hosting the kind of football social thing, that kind of
stuff
thing.
like that. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's why the reason I made that sports channel is so down the line. Like I'm building something where down the line 20 years time I can be on Sky Sports and be a presenter and
Oh, so this is kind of an
I
end
hear
goal for
that.
you.
That's
Yeah,
good.
like I can see myself doing that kind of stuff, and I feel like
I'm
or
quite
like
the same
going
for
to
that.
all traveling the world and going to matches or making sports documentaries on
Yeah.
BBC and stuff like that.
That's the
It's
same
kind
as
of a
me,
lot
but for
bigger than-
music.
Yeah,
for me,
man.
that's what I
What
wanna do.
other sports are you into apart from just football?
So football's my main, but I'm falling out of love with football. I'm not gonna lie.
Is it-
All these,
did you ask it
all
before?
these,
Like,
think
all these
Arsenal-
rule changes. Oh my god!
You just like Arsenal. He's like, I didn't even know we're playing today.
I've been getting into basketball a lot as well.
Basketball?
Yeah, in the NBA, it's amazing. And I watch. I'm a big fan of UFC. Massive.
Oh, I'm
massive.
a massive UFC
massive
fan as well.
UFC
I love
fan, yeah.
UFC. Speaking of UFC, who is your favourite fighter at the moment? Because I've been watching a lot, especially the last year or so. I feel like because it's the only sport. It was the first
Yeah.
sport to
Yeah,
come
come
back on
back. Yeah,
during
yeah.
because fighters, people forget that these fighters are fucking. They just want to fight.
Yeah.
Like it's when people were like talking about how like Conor McGregor's like so badly behaved, and I'm like, he fights people for a living. What do you expect?
What do you expect?
So that people were desperate to get that back, and it was the first sport back way before any of us because of COVID.
Yeah.
Did you know what they were doing? So they had
Kissing.
something called Fight Island,
No,
which
not
is like
kissing.
Oh, yeah.
kissing. Yeah, they were kissing. Yeah, they were kissing, Charlie.
Conor
Hear
McGregor.
that, everyone?
Conor McGregor
Charlie
and
said
Khabib
they were
just kissing.
kissing.
Nice.
That'd be so-
Ariel Helwani in the corner.
Yeah.
Was it in Abu Dhabi or Dubai?
Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, so they had
Abu
something
Dhabi.
called Fight Island, which is like it's like the fucking the Simpsons movie where they have the big dome come over the
Yeah,
top, but it was just UFC
I thought it was going to be
fighters.
UFC's version of Love Island. They would be kind of Oops, sorry.
Kissing.
Well,
So you're getting kissing.
Just thinking of entertainment.
That'd be
Locked in.
interesting though. Imagine like
Locked in,
Ronda
yeah.
Rousey and like Jose Aldo kicking it on. Yeah, that's a
Amazing.
good one. But who's your favourite fighter?
I don't know, because there's so many different weight classes, so many different fighters that I like. I mean, I'm a fan of Adesanya.
I like Himaev at the moment
Stop it.
because of everything that's like.
Chimaev, yeah, he's good. There's loads of fighters like Dustin Poirier. I like a lot.
Who do you think is going to win it?
Zabit.
Him and McGregor.
I think Conor will win that. Yeah, I think Conor will win that. But there's like good fighters. Like there's a guy called Zabit Magomed Sharipov.
from Kazakhstan.
Yeah, like really.
From where?
It's like next to Russia, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
But it's actually
Dagestan.
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 But it's actually down from Russia. It's
Chechnya.
like in between
Yeah.
the.
Dagestan.
But
It's
it's
like a
part-
place in
but
East
it's part-
London.
but it's-
It's
Loads of fires are from
Dagenham.
It's like
It's the
way-
Russian Dagenham.
It's like Dagenham.
Khabib just walking around fucking tagging him.
Yeah. We've got Khabib from
Kind of was tagging him
Dagestan.
in Redbridge game.
Then we've got Billy from Dagenham.
Oh, no.
That'd be so interesting.
Anyone else? Sharky, mate.
There's loads. Sean O'Malley. There's just loads of fighters. My mind's gone blank. But there's so many weight classes. So I was like,
So is that your like sport on top at the moment in comparison to like football or
No,
basketball?
in the last few years, it's been like UFC's been like after football. UFC's been my favorite. MMA is my favorite sport.
Yeah.
And then this year I've been getting into NBA a lot as well.
Can I just ask? So if we're talking about content,
Yes.
and where you're at right now, and how would you think we're going into 2021?
Yeah.
Hopefully, praying that it's a better one than
I
this.
hope
But
so, man.
how are you going to? Lewis is enjoying the last biscuit, but how would you think that you want to target your encourage your demographic, but also target your content to go towards something along line with your passions?
I mean, I've got a second channel for that.
Okay.
Like
Yeah, we're
the
speaking off
sport,
camera
yeah,
about
the
how you
sports side of me.
Mhm.
Like I've got a channel called Sharky Does Sports, and that's where that kind of stuff will go on.
Do you think
because-
that would ever come to the main?
No, because it's more like business decision. My main channel is made for more entertainment, straight, funny. Like you
Keeping
come
it
on,
your brand kind of
yeah,
thing,
that's what it is. Like I have to make those videos, and I enjoy it. I'm not saying I don't enjoy it. I love those videos, but I'm saying like off camera when you talk to me and have conversations. I'm not talking about like YouTube. I'm just talking about sports. I'm talking about football and stuff. So that channel was like where I want to make. But now that I've got that, I feel because now that I've got the sports channel, I feel much better on my main channel now.
Yeah,
Because I'm getting
You're getting the creative outlet.
yeah, I'm getting the sports stuff out. I'm getting it out. So now when I come to my main channel, I love that now because it's like
Could you imagine that on your main channel, you're like cooking a burger and you're like, did anyone see Khabib's fight last
yeah,
night?
exactly. It's like I want to talk about it. Like yeah, literally. So like now because I can get it out now on another channel. I mean, I feel a lot better on my main channel. Like I feel
And you're
funnier.
talking
I feel
long-term goals.
yeah. Long-term goals. I mean, it's like I didn't know I was going to be here, so I don't know where I'm going to be in 5-10 years time. Do you know what I mean? So it's like I'm going wherever this takes me.
Okay.
I'm going wherever it takes me, and as long as I'm happy, I'm happy. Where I think I can see myself is like in a long term, because I think next 10 years I'll still be doing entertainment field. In the long term, when I'm in my 40s, 50s, I think I'll be more in the sports field or like filmmaking or documentary stuff in terms of like sports documentaries, of going around the world and seeing how different cultures in sport. Because one thing I found out is mad is like, you know how like all the long distance runners, like most of them are like the Kenyan ones.
Yes.
Right? The Kenyan ones.
90%
All of them are
Kenyan.
from one specific tribe in Kenya. Yeah,
Really?
So it's not like scattered around Kenya, because Kenya's a big country, but there's one specific tribe in Kenya, one specific area where they all produced. And it's like, why?
It's like a manufacturer of runners.
Yeah.
See,
It's
I'm
like, why
already
that-
intrigued.
That's
I know,
what I'm
right?
saying. So like,
The
stuff like that.
Dagestan of
Yeah,
runners.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, literally. And the same thing with Dagestan, with the wrestlers. It's like, I find that stuff interesting. So like, what I want to do is, even like this can be like, not even like in 20's time, like even now, like if someone like BBC are watching, let's do like a documentary where I go around the world and I discover specific areas
like-
in the world.
I was going to say...
And I've interviewed them, I find out why
It's
they're
like
so good.
New Zealand with rugby as well.
Yeah.
Like they just dominate.
Yeah, it's like I want to.
everything.
Yeah, and I want to go there, speak to the people, like, learn what they do, learn why they're so good at this, how they're so good at this, why is it one specific place, and then obviously make it funny, make it entertaining by me getting involved and stuff like that.
You know what will make it so interesting? Because I always believe that when you come up with concepts and stuff, you go off a model or a format of something.
Yeah.
You know how... did any of you watch the Vice documentaries about like drugs and about
Yeah,
different kinds of
yeah.
things?
Yeah.
Now imagine you use that kind of format and you talk about like a specific, like we literally just, for relevance to conversation, we could talk about like this small individual town in Kenya.
Yep.
From there, and then you do the travel. So fascinated, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
It
Like,
doesn't
that's
even
the
have
kind
to
of
just
stuff
be
I
your
want
channel.
to
It
do.
could be like someone else that picks you up to do something like that.
That's literally what I want
I
to do.
reckon you'd be sick.
Imagine
Yeah,
being like
thank
one
you.
of the fastest long distance runners in the whole world, but
AJ
you're not even
Shabelle.
but you're not even the fastest from your hometown.
It's mad.
That'd be mental.
It's mad, man.
But surely right now you can, like we did with this podcast,
Yeah.
we pitched
Yeah,
to
yeah.
a company. Surely with your
Outreach and your
yeah,
networks.
that would be so achievable right
Yeah.
now if you really wanted
I
to.
think that's so achievable. I mean, even
So
if you
achievable.
right now, no, because of
course,
everything, the current climate. But coming out of it, like
Mm.
even starting with next year, like I have different opinions of coronavirus to what some people may do.
Yeah,
Some people
fair.
think that we're in it for the long run. I do think that if we continue this way, like everything's going to go to kaput. So this time next year, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to have gone to another country to then even if it's just a test or in production or something,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
even
yeah.
it's maybe it would have picked up. I mean, not that the Antisocial podcast is a place to inspire, I guess, but I do
Yeah.
think that you should really target to do that.
No,
because I
that's
think
my
you'd be so
aim.
good at it.
That's my aim. Like, hopefully, like I could do something like that in the next couple of years, because that'd be like, it's a different experience. Like just going around to different countries in the world and different sports. You know, so so one is about the runners. Could be about the wrestlers in Dagestan. It could be going to Brazil and going to the favelas and seeing the
Jamaica
football.
with sprinters as well.
Yeah, no, it's true.
That's the kind of thing that I was
Just
interested in, and
sprinters.
still am, like to do stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that. Because when I was younger, I did kung fu, and I used to
Okay,
watch
nice.
so many documentaries of people not like yourself, because there would have been older documentaries of people going to like a foreign country. For this was like going to China, go to Shaolin Temple, learning about stuff like that, and I was fascinated by it.
Yeah.
Then I ended up going down the route of people who were going to different parts of India, learning about Reiki and different stuff like that, and that kind of stuff. Because I'm a massive fan of culture, and find those kind of videos so intriguing and interesting. But then imagine if you took that and you did that. Obviously, you learn about the culture, but then you learn about the sport,
The sports
behind
side of it, yeah.
so many
do it, man.
opportunities.
I want to see you do that the next 2 years. If you do,
I
I'll
hope so, man.
burn the Shark
It's on
Nation.
the
like-
bucket.
India with cricket. I'm just naming everything.
All right, man.
Sri Lanka,
All right, I'll start speaking again.
Sri Lanka with cricket as well.
Yeah.
So all the same kind of stuff. All right, so I feel like we're probably at a good point. Does anyone else have anything that they want to add? I have one question I'd love to know.
Sure.
What on earth possesses you to tweet at stupid hours in the morning, whom up at this hour?
I just want to know who's awake.
You're just genuinely curious. There's no backstory. You just want to know. who's
Charlie,
up.
out of everyone, you can't slight people for their tweets.
4 a.m. Oh,
What have I done?
What?
5:36 a.m. Be the best version of yourself possible, guys.
Nah, but to be fair,
Listen,
no,
I just-
I'm with you on that, because last night at like 3 a.m. I tweeted like a tweet when I was like, I'll read it out to you.
Yeah, you go for
And
that.
it's like, it's similar to it's literally like 3:10.
2020. All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Get to fuck.
Yeah,
2020.
I'm on this side.
2020 has been an amazing year for my self-development. I feel like I'm starting to finally understand myself fully. I'm starting to feel better in life and in my work. I can't wait for 2021. Inshallah.
wait.
Is it put a full stop
Go
at
on,
the
say
end?
something now.
No, he
Say
did
something.
2 full stops at the end.
Full stop.
Look at his eyes and say something.
Yeah, say something.
Is there a problem with that? Is there a problem with that?
Come on, say something. Yeah. We just love spreading positivity. Don't come for me. So, you know what? On the topic of positivity, what we're going to do is say thank you very much for watching this podcast on YouTube. If you would like to join us over on an audio version, Lewis, you do it every week. Please tell us what should we do?
Well, what we do is you send in your life advice where we don't actually, your biggest life problems, and we give you our advice, and we never fix your problems. We never do. Most of the time, we just make fun of them.
We do try.
But we try, and that's all that matters. So if you want to get into that for future podcasts, I've said it before, I've said it again. It's on the Instagram, on the highlights, but it's life advice at antisocialpodcast.co.uk. Some of you send in good ones, some of you send in awful ones. So, get more problems in your life. And yes, we'll be answering it on Spotify, well, any audio platform. But Sharky, what do we want? We want that Spotify.
Cha-ching.
Yeah, we want the Spotify cha-ching. So yes, go over to whatever platform of your choosing, but preferably Spotify for the money. Cheers, thank you.
Cam really wants to say something.
No, I was just going to say, make sure you go and check out Sharky, because we didn't say that.
Oh, yeah.
And Sharky does sports.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the Beta Squad, they're doing really good things out there.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.